In this video, we're going to be talking about why UBIs are a terrible idea. More about that in this video. Welcome to Public Talks, everybody. I'm your host, Kenneth Glenn, and today we're going to be talking about UBIs. So yesterday, or earlier this morning, I guess, I was watching a video. I like watching people when they hate on Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is the greatest Daily Wire member. He's the funniest, greatest, smartest. He is overall the best Daily Wire member. And he's even my Daily Wire profile picture. I have the Sweet Baby Gang profile picture. He's the best one. And I love watching videos of people responding and reacting and getting mad when Matt Walsh says funny things. Because he's clearly joking. And he's making a mockery of the left. And people freak out and get super mad when he says things like this. And I was watching one last night this morning by the Surf Times. Never heard of this guy before. And I saw his video. And I wasn't even upset. He did the typical thing where he takes a Matt Walsh clip out of context, doesn't even watch the full clip, and then made a 20-minute video on it. And then he mentioned something in the clip that I found concerning. And I want to talk about this and why this is a bad idea. Why what he said is a bad idea. So I'm going to play the clip now, and then we're going to talk about it.
Like, what do you want them to do? What are white men supposed to be doing now? Should they ever receive any funding from the government? Should they be allowed to compete for government contracts on a fair and...
Yeah, hey, Matt, if you want, how about a UBI? Why don't we do that? UBI, okay? It will not go down any racial lines. It won't even discuss the issue of race. UBI program, and here's how we pay for it. We pay for it by the richest among you have to pay for it, all right? If you have accrued wealth over a certain amount of money, you can even make it really high, so you don't have to worry about the mid-level richies getting mad. Say you have $10 million worth of assets. Anything higher than that, you start getting taxed. All of it, yes, just not new income coming in, not inherited income, just the existence of that income. So if you have over $10 million in assets, doesn't matter what it is, you start getting taxed very heavily on those assets. All that money is used to pay for a UBI program. Corporations too, by the way. Yes, the richest corporations, they got to start helping to pay for the UBI programs too. And then you'll find that it's pretty wild, but it will fall along racialized lines in a lot of cases where you will be giving UBI to people who need it the most and are very impoverished sometimes, again, along racialized lines. Weird in America and Canada how that happens. A lot of indigenous communities could do with UBI programs in Canada for sure. So there you go. You don't have to worry about it. We can say this is like a Trojan reparations.
So first of all, what is a UBI? A UBI is the government giving a certain amount of income to everybody. Basically, it's socialism. It's basically socialism. It's a terrible idea. It's not good at all. And his idea to make a UBI work, which UBIs should not exist at all. I think poor people should suffer through being poor, and they should innovate and work hard to become sustainable. I don't think we should ever help out and just give money to poor people just because they exist, okay? I don't think that should be a thing. I think we should encourage good decision-making. As someone who's a Democrat, I could see why you wouldn't want good decision-making being encouraged, because bad decision-making is like your middle name. But no, I don't think we should ever help out. I'm fine with charities and private people helping out the poor. But I do not like it when the government helps out the poor. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't like it. So basically, his idea is that we're just going to tax corporations and rich people of their assets to help pay for this crappy UBI program. And that's a terrible idea because, first of all, he mentioned corporations. You want to know what happens when corporations get taxed really high? They do this funny thing called mass layoffs, and they fire a bunch of people. Because if they don't, then there's a potential that they can go bankrupt. And if they don't lay off a bunch of people, they're going to have to lay off everybody in the company because they're going to be bankrupt. Okay, that's terrible. Tax their assets like super high. Are you kidding me? Tax assets. let's just say there's a car rental dealership. Technically, the cars in that car rental dealership are assets. They're the things that help their business go. Are you telling me that the car rental business should have to pay high taxes on every single car it owns because they make money off of it? Are you kidding me? That's so dumb. What about small business owners who barely make $10 million? On paper, they look like they're great and they're rich, but then you got to pay your employees, and then you got to pay your electric and your. Why would you tax the most productive people in our society who build our jobs, who build things that we need? Why would you do that? It's stupid. To fund something as dumb as UBI programs, how about we promote people to get married and have kids, and we make tax cuts for those who get married and have kids? How about that? And you get those tax cuts for as long as you stay married. As soon as you get divorced, you lose them. And then you should get your taxes raised. How about that? How about instead of taxing corporations, how about we tax, college endowments? See, the difference between rich corporations and rich people and endowments is endowments aren't earned money. You don't earn endowments. You just receive them. The college just exists, and they receive endowment payments. For example, Harvard gets like $44 billion a year from endowments. You think you want to attack Elon Musk? You should be attacking Harvard for their endowments. If you just taxed 10% of an endowment, that would give us a lot of money to work with. The other thing you can do is stop funding foreign countries. Stop giving money to foreign countries altogether. Okay? That's their problem. If they don't have money for their thing, oh well. Oh, but we need to get money to Ukraine because Russia is going to hurt us. We're not scared of Russia. We don't give a crap about Russia. What's Russia going to do? Launch one of their non-working nukes at us? Get out of here. Russia can't do anything to us. Really? Get out of here. Russia can't touch us. What are you scared of Russia for? Russia talked all this crap for the last 100 years. Almost. Like, not 80-something years. About how tough they are and how they're going to take down America. And they haven't done it yet. We're not scared of Russia. I don't understand why we need to give people money because they might struggle a little bit. How about we encourage people to be creative? How about we encourage people to work hard? How about we encourage people to make good decisions? That's what we should actually encourage. And we should punish people for making bad decisions, so those bad decisions don't repeat themselves. We should encourage people to get married and stay married and have kids, so those kids grow up in a two-parent household and they're raised well, they're raised right, and then they themselves become productive members of society, and then poverty becomes no longer an issue. For the most impoverished among us, you're telling me that the government should just give homeless people money just because? Just because they exist? Really? That's a terrible idea. UBI is not going to give them enough money where they could have a stable income to have their own place and like a home and stuff like that. So they're more likely it's more likely going to cause people going to use that money to buy alcohol, to buy cigarettes and whatever. Because UBI, there's no extent to what you can buy with it. You can buy whatever you want with UBIs. If you get a UBI payment, you can buy whatever you want, and there's no consequence. There's nothing. You can literally buy whatever you want. UBIs are a terrible idea. We should encourage creativity in the market. People should come up with ways to be productive members of society and make money off of it. For example, how many times have you seen a shopping cart on the side of the road? Maybe you're driving around, maybe you're taking your dog for a walk. How many times have you seen a shopping cart on the side of the road? Did you know that most stores are willing to pay you $100 to $150 just for a shopping cart? If you find 2 shopping carts a day, you're making more money than your average person. You're making like $200 a day. That's more money than your average person makes. So, I think instead of giving people money, we should encourage people to learn how to make money. Stuff like that. Because that's ultimately just going to be better for our country. I know it sucks. I know it's sad. I know it's hard to look at somebody who's struggling and not help. But we shouldn't. Quite honestly. The government shouldn't help. Or, hear me out, if there's a lack of jobs, the government should make more jobs and then hire people to do those jobs. That's another idea. But of course, not going to happen. Because people don't want to work, they just want a handout. They just want socialism. Anyways, give me your thoughts down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. Please leave a comment, subscribe for more. And I will see you guys later. Peace.